Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm candidate from the second group, and we will explain about the need analysis.
Need analysis is a vital step in curriculum development as it helps identify learner needs and inform design of language courses. The term needs is not straightforward. It can refer to desires, inspiration, demands, expectation, motivation, deficit, constraints, and requirements. It can be analyzed from the perspective of the learners, teacher, or school director, and can be categorized into subjective and objective needs. Subjective needs refer to the learner's preference for certain classroom activities or what they feel they should be focused on in class. Objective needs, on the other hand, refer to what the learner can currently do in a language and what they should be able to do. Needs analysis can be conducted before, during, or after a language program and can be used to evaluate and revise the program. Needs analysis aims to identify what learners need to learn and what they want to learn, ensuring that the course content is relevant and beneficial.
The various focus of need analysis. The aim of this section of the chapter is to look at the range of information that can be gathered in needs analysis. Divide needs into the target needs and learning needs. The analysis of target needs can look at necessities, refers to what the learner needs to know to function effectively in the target situation. Example, writing skill required to answer exam questions. Lacks refers to what the learner already knows and what they are lacking in their knowledge. Example, a particular aspect of writing that has not been practiced in previous lessons. Wants indicates what the learner would like to learn. Example, the learner may want more group activities or written feedback on their assignment. These three categories help in understanding the learner's overall needs and ensuring that the course designer meets those needs effectively. Learner needs what students need to do to learn, which includes strategies and methods that will help them in the learning process. Jadi, materi ini menjelaskan tentang kebutuhan sasaran, yaitu necessities. Necessities itu pengetahuan penting yang dibutuhkan secara efektif. Yang kedua yaitu lacks. Lacks itu apa yang kurang dalam pengetahuan peserta didik. Yang ketiga wants. Wants itu menunjukkan apa yang ingin dipelajari peserta didik. Dan yang terakhir learner needs, yaitu apa yang perlu dilakukan peserta didik untuk belajar, yang mencakup strategi dan metode yang akan membantu mereka dalam proses pembelajaran.
A need analysis may be conducted for a variety of different users. For example, in conducting a needs analysis to help revise the secondary school English curriculum in a country, the end users could include curriculum officers in the Ministry of Education who may wish to use the information to evaluate the adequacy of existing syllabus, curriculum, and materials. Teachers who will teach from the new curriculum, learners who will be taught from the curriculum, writers who are preparing new textbook, and last, testing personnel who are involved in developing and of school assessment. Staff of tertiary institution who are interested in knowing what the expected level of student exiting the school will be and what problem they face. The user of needs analysis can come from both inside and outside the institution, and the result of the analysis can be used for various decisions such as curriculum planning, material development, and program evaluation. The target population in a needs analysis refers to the people about whom information will be collected, typically in language programs. These will be language learners or potential language learners, but others are also often involved depending on whether they can provide information that is useful in meeting the purpose of the needs analysis. For example, in conducting a needs analysis to determine the focus of an English program in public secondary schools, the target population might include policymakers, Ministry of Education officials, teachers, students, academics, employers, vocational training specialists, parents, influential individuals, and pressure groups, academic specialists, and community agencies within each target group. Subcategories of respondents might be needed to provide different perspectives on needs.
Simple explaining about the needs analysis that I want to implementation or that I want to show you about the material of needs analysis. Directly, there are various procedures that can be used to conduct a need analysis, and the type of information obtained often depend on the type of procedure selected. The procedure for gathering information during a need analysis can be selected from the following. First is analysis of available information, collecting and analyzing existing data and information from various sources, and expert advice, consulting with experts in the field to gain insight and perspective, questionnaires, using standardized questionnaires to collect data from a large number of respondents, and self-ratings, asking learners to rate their own language skill and abilities, and learners' diaries and journal, collecting written record of learners' language experience and challenges, and interview, conducting in-depth interviews with learners, teachers, or other stakeholders, and holding meeting with stakeholders to discuss and gather information, and observing learners in the natural environment to gather information about their language use. And I think the last is participant observation, participating in a social setting to gather information about language use and communication. Oh, there is collecting learner language samples, collecting written or spoken language sample from learners to analyze their language skill and abilities. And I think for the last text analysis the text and activities that learners will perform in the future optional or educational settings. I think only that I have shown about need analysis, or this is one of conclusion that I prepare for, I think for 3 hours ago, or not three hours, but 12 hours ago. I think I'm so sorry if I have made a mistake. I think Wassalamualaikum. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
About you making use of the information of time, and making use of the information of time involved between the result of needs analysis typically consists of information gathered from a variety of sources. Summarized is a ranked list such as the situation in which students use English, the difficulties they encounter, the gap between their proficiency level and their research level, and preference for instructional activities. One finding a needs analysis is a list of difficulties experienced by ESL students speaking and listening skill such as large group discussion and interaction with native speakers. And however, this list doesn't provide detailed information about the types of problems experienced by students. Even if more detailed information were provided, the result would still be impressive. And although the information gathered is useful, many questions remain to be answered in order to effectively apply it to curriculum planning. And utilizing the information gained from a needs analysis involves prioritizing the needs identified and determining which ones to address first. The information gained from a needs analysis should be used to inform curriculum design, and learners' needs should be taken into account when making decision about the curriculum. And maybe this is for me about making use of the information of time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
In a need analysis, many potential needs can be identified, but the result need to be prioritized as not all needs can be met. It is important to review whether the current curriculum covers some of these needs, given that data is subjective and often contradictory, involving all parties: students, teachers, academics, and others. In the analysis, and decision making is essential. Various views emerge on the changes needed in the curriculum, such as learners' view, academics' view, employers' view, and teachers' view. The result of the analysis can be used to evaluate programs, set objectives, develop assessment, select teaching methods, and design syllabus, teaching materials. But their application requires further interpretation and adjustment.
The evaluating of the need analysis. Yes, need analysis is a form of assessment that can be evaluated based on three criteria. Yes, the first is reliability, and the second is validity, and the third is practically. Reliability is a reliable needs analysis using standardized tools and is applied systematically. Yes, observation should be systematized using checklists for or standardized analysis procedures to increase the reliability of the result. And validity is a valid needs analysis consider the relevance and importance of the information collected. Yes, with priorities determined before the analysis. And practically it should be efficient, expensive, and provide clear result. A compromise between reliable, valid, and practical analysis is needed, with validity as the top priority. Yes, maybe for me about that, I apologize if any mistake. The last I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.